In this video, we're going to be talking about conversions. Now, we may want to convert from one type of a number to another, often in physics for whatever reason. So we're going to start with a very simple example, and you probably did some of these types of conversions in chemistry. So we're going to say we're going to convert from, say, 3 meters to centimeters. Okay, so we're going to start by writing, well, 3 meters. Now, a question I get asked in class is, do I multiply it by 100? Do I divide it by 100? Well, you shouldn't really be looking at it that way. You really should be looking at it in terms of how do I get the units I don't want to cancel out? Well, think of it this way. Let's redo that line. Okay, well, so we have 1 meter. So there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Now, so take a look at the reason why I set it up this way. Because the units I don't want, say the meter right here, we want those to cancel. And we set up the fraction in such a way that they will cancel. So I'm going to cancel the meters. So it's canceled, cancel. So once the units you don't want are canceled, now we can just multiply across the top. So 3 times 100 is, well, 300. And the only unit you have left over is the centimeter. So our answer is 300 centimeters. Okay, so that's a pretty basic example. Let's do a problem where there are multiple conversions. So let's pick our colors here. So let's do convert, say, 30 miles an hour, so miles per hour, to meters per second. Okay. Now, the way you really should be writing this is don't write 30 mph. You really need to write everything as fractions. So you have 30 miles an hour. Now we start this problem by doing some conversions. Like, how many meters are there in a mile? Because look, one of our final units has to be meters, and the other unit has to be seconds. So we need to get rid of miles, get rid of hours. So let's first get rid of miles. Okay, how many meters are there in a mile? Well, 1 mile is 1,609 meters. Well, now you can see the miles cancel. And now we're left with just meters and hours. Now we need to convert hours to seconds. So let's think about this. How many seconds are there in an hour? Well, there are 60 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. There are 3,600 seconds in an hour. So let's do that. So again, we need to set up the fraction so the hours ultimately cancels. So, 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So again, take a look. The hours cancel, and the only units that you have left are meters and seconds. And, well, that's what you want. So you're going to multiply the top. 30 times 1609. So let's figure out what that is. 30 times 1609, that is 48,270. So 48,270, 48,270 meters over 3,600 seconds. Now, obviously, you want to simplify that. So if you do the math, that would equal 13.4 meters per second. Okay, so what I want you to get from this video is, please don't memorize like like how to convert numbers, you should really be setting up fractions. So if you memorize going from miles an hour to meters per second as multiplying by some crazy decimal number, you're probably going to forget it. So you really need to focus on like learning how to set up these fractions. So the units you don't want cancel out in the end, and the units you do want stay put. So we're going to be doing conversions here and there, in worksheets, labs, etc. So please review this, try out the handout, and I'll see you in the next video.